Climate change is clearly quite a critical issue for any kind of global business. I think it's particularly pertinent and true for a business which exists in the space of travel and tourism. Thomas, if I could ask you, what kind of steps, what kind of role do you think our industry absolutely must play in terms of contributing to the development of a low carbon economy?
Well, I think travel and tourism industry is one of probably the most important in terms of size and scope. We contribute around 10% of GDP, approximately 230 million jobs. So there is a role that this industry needs to play. Amadeus is a technology company, and we believe our geographical scope, the data management capabilities and technology, I think with those we can contribute to a lot degree in helping the world realize its objectives.
Thomas, you mentioned that Amadeus has made and can make a positive contribution in terms of climate change. What kind of innovations and things has Amadeus introduced in the past 2 years?
Well, we focus on 3 areas on our environmental and sustainability initiatives. What we can do internally in the group. Second, what we can provide our customers. And third, work with industry stakeholders. If I can give an example of our internal work, we have our data center in Germany, not far from Munich. We have achieved a very important milestone in 2010, where we were granted an energy certificate from TÜV Süd, a prestigious consultancy firm in Germany. That, I think, is an important milestone, as I said. I should mention that in our data center in Erding, we have achieved, as a result of the program I explained before, a reduction in energy per transaction of 14%, which is an important figure for us. If we talk about our external contributions, we try to develop products that can help our customers, be them airlines, other providers, or travel agencies, to reach their own objectives in this field. We're investing a lot in technology that can help them become more energy efficient. And the third aspect, as I said, is industry stakeholders. This is not an objective. This objective of achieving a more sustainable world, a more sustainable economy, cannot be achieved by Amadeus alone. So we try to work with industry stakeholders. Examples of these is WTTC, the Global Sustainable Tourism Council, and IATA, ICAO. We try to work with all of them in their specific areas of expertise.
Lucas, how does Amadeus help its customers, but also the industry, in terms of reducing carbon emissions?
We have evaluated the environmental benefits provided by specific Amadeus products. Particularly, we have run an interesting study with one of our airline customers, Finnair, recently. The results of our comparison are very encouraging in the sense that we have proven that the technology provided by Altea provides better estimations of the weight of the aircraft, and this has the knock-on effect of, for Finnair, of using less fuel, therefore having less CO2 emissions, less cost in terms of fuel bills, and increased productivity in general, as well as reducing the number of disruptions to flight management.
Lucas, you mentioned that Amadeus has a responsibility in terms of reaching out to partners, other industry members, other organisations with regard to standards and actually trying to bring about some kind of, unification or general standards that we can all subscribe to. Can you give us some examples of where this has happened, where this has been the case?
Well, I think a very explicit example of the need for standards is related to carbon calculation for aircraft emissions. For this reason, at the end of 2009, we reached an agreement with the International Civil Aviation Organization, and we also agreed with them to commit to promote the carbon calculation, because we believe that we should find an industry standard way of doing this. In this same line of reasoning, we have been establishing contacts with other institutions, like Thomas said before about IATA for a carbon offsetting program for the airline industry, with the Global Sustainable Tourism Council for the sustainability criteria applicable to properties, to hotel properties worldwide, as well as tour operators. and with as many other institutions as we find necessary, so that we can fulfill our responsibility towards the sustainability of the industry.
So Tomás, looking to the future, how can organisations focus on reducing carbon emissions if we look to the next 10 years?
Well, it's a difficult question, Dan. I think this industry is moving very rapidly. The pace of technology and innovation is increasing every year, as we are seeing, particularly in Europe, but also in other parts of the world, like Americas and Asia Pacific, places where we operate in. Externally, I think we will see a number of initiatives developing further, like biofuel in aviation, the European sky. Other innovations will also find its way in places like Europe. We are seeing the development of multimodality, and Amadeus needs to find its presence in these evolutions and contribute with what we know, which is our technology, our global presence, and the size of our technology spend. And finally, I think in this industry, no company can individually achieve much. We all have to contribute, but the role of industry stakeholders will become critical. We have seen a number of initiatives from organizations like WTTC. These stakeholders, these industry associations, they need to understand that they have to play a critical role in pulling us all together. And companies like Amadeus will need to contribute there. And we are committed to contribute with our technology, our innovation, and our ideas.
Tomás, Lucas, many thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.